debt, so you might not even be able to pay the interest that's on top of what you owe. What else could happen to you? Very important. There's something that's golden to you that you must always try to maintain. Luke?
You have to sell your body.
No.
Excuse me, Luke, that was totally inappropriate, and I'm offended by that. And don't you ever come out with a comment like that again. Shame on you. You know better. Horrific. Raylene.
Credit score.
Your credit score. You must maintain an outstanding credit score. What's the highest number you can have for a credit score? Remember? Only 2 people remember out of this whole class. Emmanuel? 800. And you're golden. If you can keep it at 720 even, you're still golden. Okay? So you try to maintain, not only maintain that, if you're not at 800. Even my husband and I aren't at 800. I opened a new credit card and they dropped us to 797. How dare they? I was appalled. But anyway, so 800 is the score that you want. You try to attain that and maintain it. You don't want to you don't want to overspend. You want to have a budget. Well, you know what? But like if you live within your means, you might be able to find that you could spend a little bit less, which means you could save a little bit more. So if you live within your means, you can put that down in the bubble. Save a little bit more. Save a little bit more. That's going in your bubble also. Save a little bit more. Elvis, you writing? Save a little bit more. Elvis, wake up. It's not siesta time yet for another 20 minutes, okay? Okay, we're looking at bubble C. Bubble C. Consider needs versus what? Wants. Yeah, wants. You're like little kids, I want this, I want that, and make big speech at the store, the kids and that, and just, get them out of the store and say no. So you gotta consider your needs versus your wants. What does that mean, consider your needs versus your wants? Same hands, let's have some new ones. Consider needs versus wants, W-A-N-T-S. Go ahead, Alyssa. Thank you. You have to be more concerned with what you need. Whenever you go to spend money, you have to ask yourself, do I really need this? And if the answer is probably not, guess what? Within an hour, you're not even going to miss it. You're not even going to miss it. So you just might as well put it aside and hold on to that money that you didn't spend foolishly. Sometimes wants, sometimes almost overpower you, and you have to really, really be strong and say no, 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 and it'll pass. If that feeling will pass. Bubble D. Save early and save often. Save early and save often. Diana, you're not writing too hard. Save early and save often. What does that mean, save early? Does that mean like early in the morning? What does that mean, save early? Save early. What does that mean? What does that mean? The hands over here. Why are all the hands on this side of it? What are the hands on this side of it? Excuse me. What does it mean, save early? Well, what do you mean that means save early? And then save often? Oh, Allison, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You knew I was talking to you, which is wonderful. Sorry, Allison. Well, that might be a want that can't be fulfilled. So you want to start saving as soon as you start earning money.
Yes. So when it says save early, so you want to say as you get a paycheck, you want to start saving that immediately. And then when it says save often, that means as soon as you have a chance to save something, you should do it.
Excellent. As every paycheck, pull something out for savings. And if you started from, you can't get your first paycheck and say, oh, this is my first paycheck, I'm going to blow it on me because I'm so wonderful. Get into the habit paycheck, save some, even if it's a small amount. Over time, those small amounts add up to big amounts. And after a while, you're gonna say, holy mackerel, look at all this money I saved. Don't blow it then either. It's like, what's so important about saving? Why do you wanna save? What's the point of saving? Yes, what's the point of saving? What's the point of saving? Why is it party? Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. You can have an emergency. Elvis, I'm so sorry that you do not find me as attractive as Miguel. My feelings are hurt. So you want to save because in case an emergency happens. Oh my gosh, and you don't know what the emergency could be. Meredith.
I have a question. Do you save a lot, like, for yourself? Your paycheck?
Well, I have, okay, now I'm retired, so I'm not getting a paycheck except my pension now. So I have to be very, very, very careful. What's a pension? Okay, after depending on where you work, hold on a minute. After you work for a number of years, whoever you work for, the company that you work for, I work for Leander ISD, every paycheck that I got from Leander ISD, some of it went into this fund with the state of Texas. And they saved it for me. And now that I'm retired, they give a little bit back to me every month.
What if you worked at multiple companies?
You can get, you usually have to work in a place at least 5 years, and then it's called what you get vested, and then they'll give you a pension. But you have to depend where the pension works.
But what if you worked at one place like for 3 years and then like 2 and then
NG, no good, you better be saving on your own, girl. Unless you, every time, if you work for a non-public place, like, like HEB or something, or anywhere, you can get, also taken out of your check is Social Security. And then Social Security, which is the government, pays you back a little bit when you retire. So even if you work a few, like 3 years, and then 2 years, and then 3 years, or something like that, you'll get something when you have enough years to retire. Raylan,
My cousin, she had saved so much money that when she moved out, her whole first month of living on her own, she didn't have to get a job. Like she had enough money saved up to pay for herself for the whole month.
how did she do that?
She was my aunt and uncle always told that they knew she was really good at saving money over a really long period of time.
Wow, that's incredible.
Miss Rosie,
That's absolutely wonderful.
I got $20 for a birthday card or something.
Yeah.
And I spent it on my birthday.
It can happen, and I think when you're younger, Connor, you're more apt to do that. I know when we were children growing up, my brothers and myself, if we got ever any money for a gift, my parents would take it and they put it into a savings account for us. They wouldn't let us spend it.
One time
My
I
parents
had
do that too.
$86.
Meredith?
Do you think that starting at a young age is good that like parents make you pay for your own things?
There's pluses and minuses to that. It depends what it is. I mean, personally, I think that a family that works together should work together as a family and help each other out. So if one person, if there's 4 people in the family and 3 people are busy and the 4th person sees that the clothes have to go from the washing machine to the dryer, they just put them in the dryer because that's helping each other out. I think that's what family is about, to help each other. Okay, so let's see now. So we're gonna save early and save often so that you can have money put away for emergencies or to make a bigger purchase. Bubble E now we're on. Use what responsibly?
Money.
Not money. Credit.
What?
Credit.
What?
What?
Use credit responsibly. We talked about yesterday, we had that example that, a person noticed that when a person paid with a credit card at a restaurant or a fast food place, they spent more with a credit card than if they paid with cash. A credit card is easy, it's convenient, but what can happen over the course of a month, the first of the month, you go to Chick-fil-A, you spend $6. 2 days later, you go to McDonald's, you spend $5. 2 days later, you go to Burger King, you spend $5. It's gonna add in 1 week, what's that, like $10, that all of a sudden, that's been in your body and out, and holy crow, you still have to pay for it at the end of that month. So how can you use credit wisely so that you don't get bamboozled? Come on, some more hands, CJ?
Don't use credit, use cash.
If you can, use cash, but sometimes you have to use credit. Well, how can you use credit responsibly though? So you're not like being stupid.
Keep track of it.
Any new hands? Emily, what do you think? Well, it's not an isometric class.
I don't know.
You don't know? Do you want a credit card one day?
No.
How are you gonna use it? What? How are you gonna use it?
Responsibly.
What does that mean? You gotta take it out every time you see something you like, you see, whoa, that's a nice nail polish, I'm gonna buy that for $9.50.
$9.50?
OPI nail polish is $9 or $9.50, yeah.
Man, I'd go to Walgreens. and get
Miss
some
Ross.
dollars.
Come on, Emily, let's go.
Get out of here.
You're not
You don't
sure?
use it?
No.
Money, what do you think?
Use it only on necessary things.
There you go.
Let's finally.
Good job. You're gonna use it for the necessities.
First off, don't spend
If
it
you
on
don't,
$9.
excuse me, if you don't have the cash, if you have to buy something that you need it, you can use a credit card, but what do you have to be careful of? What do you have to be careful of? That you don't what?
Overspending.
Connor,
What?
I have to inform you, you were blessed with 2 hands. All I request is that you raise 1. And then, because you're a fine young man, you wait to be called on, and then you can answer, okay? So you wanna make sure that you don't overspend, you don't wanna get into debt, you don't wanna pay all the outrageous interest that they're gonna charge you, you don't want to miss a payment where they're gonna put a fee on you because you missed a payment and then it's gonna cost you twice as much. Oh my gosh, it just gets horrible. So when it says use credit responsibly, know how much you can charge. Know how much you can charge. Know how much you can charge. And it's best to pay within that month. It's best to pay within that month. Best to pay in a month. Best to pay in a month. Okay, now part 2 says, apply your knowledge of financial responsibility to answer each question. Now this is very interesting because they use 2 more words here that I don't know if you're familiar with. It says Blaine's take-home pay, his take-home pay is $2,500 each month. And he has created a budget to become more aware of where his money goes. What does take-home pay mean?
You take it home.
That's the money.
Isabel?
What he gets paid.
Like if he gets paid $25 an hour and he works 100 hours, he's gonna get $2,500? He's gonna bring that home? Think about it. I see the
Girl, I
brains
know
working. Jessica? It is called income, but Emmanuel?
Is it in tips?
Tips is extra, that's over and above. We didn't even talk, that's an interesting topic to talk about. Money,
The money he can personally take,
as opposed to what?
as the other, like he has his check, right? The money he can personally take home, and the money that's saved in his account, or like, or the money that goes to the government.
Oh, there you go.
Taxes.
Taxes.
Oh.
Okay.
You work for
When you
government,
when you earn money, this was my son's experience. He says I made him get his first job at McDonald's, also following his mother's footsteps. And
You worked at McDonald's?
I did.
You're at
And
the drive-thru.
back in the dark ages, Raylan, they didn't have drive-through.
Oh, sure.
Oh, then come on. So anyway, he gets his first check, and he says, "Mom, I worked all these hours. How come they didn't pay me? They didn't pay me enough." That's what he said. They didn't pay me enough. They gave me the wrong paycheck. So I looked at it, I said, "Oh, child, where have I gone wrong?" The government has to take their share. So federal taxes get yanked out for the federal government to use the money for heaven knows what. The state takes out money. Not this state, though. We don't have state taxes, right?
No.
Not yet. Oh, please.
No, I can't.
Everybody has to take some of your money, okay? So what happens then is what's left, they take their money first. You don't even see it. They take their money first, and then you get what's left. Now, if Blaine was taking home $2,500, he was probably making $2,800 or $2,900, really. So the government was probably taking out about $300, $400 from his paycheck. But what happens is that if you make less than a certain amount of money, when you fill out your income taxes for the next year, like in January, you could start in January. You couldn't start in January this year because the government was shut down. But like January 30th, you were able to start filing your income, or January 15th, you were able to start filing your income taxes. And what happens is when you're a part-time worker and a young person like that, that money that the government took out, when you fill out your taxes, you get almost all of it back. So it's like, whoa, it was like a private savings account. But some people say, hey, why are you giving this money to the government? Because they get to use it all year long, and oh yeah, now you get it back, but they've been using it all year long when you could have had it in your pocket. So it's like, okay, well, how do you want to do it if you're not a good money saver or anything like that? It's kind of nice. Like, my son filed his taxes around the beginning of February. You guys check 2 weeks later. So he got some money back, put it on his credit card, and but that's what can happen. So even though they take it out, you might very well see it the next year coming back to you. So anyway, Blaine's getting $2,500 take-home pay. That's a take-home pay. And he created a budget, smart move. He created a budget to become more aware his money goes. So, rent plus electricity bills, $990 a month. That's kind of low for this area. My son pays $1,200 for his rent and electricity because Austin is so expensive. Why are Austin apartments so expensive?
Because it's
Like,
We're in downtown.
no, he's not downtown.
Oh.
Downtown will probably be $2,000 a month. What causes the rents to be so high in Austin?
Because
Jessica? It is the capital of Texas, and the University of Texas draws a lot of people here. Alyssa?
because
Why
they're
are
trying to pick on us. I don't know.
Sam?
I don't know.
because there's a lot of people there and people are like wasting money, kind of. It's like rush hour. You know how rush hour works? So they use a lot more like electricity and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, I got
well, that's if you have an electric car, but money?
Electric companies charge you more because more people move into Austin.
Well, what? The electricity is a part of the, why our rents are, just his rent is $1,100. Why are rents so high for a one-bedroom apartment, Claire?
Well, because so many people want that apartment, so they're gonna try to get so much money out of it.
Why? Okay, you're hitting on it, Claire. Why? Aren't there other apartments though that they could rent?
Yeah, are there as many? Because there's so many people coming.
Bingo, that's it, she hit the nail on the head. There's not enough supply, there's not enough apartments, there's not enough condominiums, there's not enough homes. The builders cannot keep up with, right now, the statistic the other day was 105 people move into Austin every day. 105 people move into the city of Austin every day, which is a mind-boggling amount. And they keep building more offices, people keep moving here, and the trades. That's why if you go into a trade after high school, you go into electricity, you go into plumbing, you go into carpentry, you go into any of those trades, you are golden because you will always have a job.
Oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say. No, CJ, don't you look at me like that. You better turn around. Where do you think the cheapest place in Texas?
I have no idea.
So because I googled last night, like, what are the most expensive states to live in, and
Yeah.
I thought Texas would be there. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's like California.
Yeah, California's so
California is
expensive.
so-
California's outrageous.
Bro,
Like,
if
what
you
the
go-
heck?
California and New York City are virtually untouchable. You know what people do in listen to this. In California and New York City, they know that they will never be able to afford a home. So what they do is they buy a home they can't afford, a vacation home somewhere else. Like in Florida, they go buy a vacation home because that'll be like $350,000. They can afford that mortgage payment plus their rental, their rent they have to pay, because they'll never be able to own property where they live most of the time. So they buy something else that they can have. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's as a matter of fact, when I used to live in, I used to work at Canyon Ridge Middle School, and so that's right in Steiner Ranch. Yeah, it is in Steiner Ranch. And I lived in Steiner Ranch. There were people that came from California. Okay, they sold their home in California, moved to that's considered Austin. Moved to Austin. They bought 2 houses in Steiner Ranch because of all the money that they sold their house for in California. Bought 2 houses, lived in one, and rented the other. That's how much money they got from their house in California. And it was, it was probably, half the size of the house they were living in.
Do you think jobs would like offer more money in
They
California?
have to.
Yeah.
They have to. But like people say, I mean, like we have a friend of ours, his girl, he lived in Boston, his girlfriend was in Boston, but she was just like in Boston to like see if she liked it, but her family and everybody were in California. So they got married, she got him to move to California. So he says that it takes him 2.25 hours to drive to work and 2.25 hours to drive back, because the only rent they could afford was that far away from where he was working. So he spends 5 hours on the road and plus 8 hours at work. So half of his day, more than half his day, is spent involved in trying to get to and from and
Wouldn't
working.
his car payment be so high then?
His car,
I'm very sorry, Meredith.
he has to buy a car every few years.
You asked before my question.
He has to buy a car every few years.
Gas.
Gas is expensive. Medical care is expensive, everything's expensive, it's outrageous, I don't know why, but like all the tech companies, Silicon Valley, all of them are in California. I don't know how they all afford to live, I really don't, I'm amazed at it all the time. This is
They're all
nice.
rich
Do you have any
people
thoughts
putting
on that?
out
How do they live out there?
Well, it's cost of living, it's the home and the food and gas is super expensive, then they make a lot more than, say, we do here in Texas.
Right, right,
So,
but it's like they can never afford a home because it's just so expensive. Oh my gosh. Well, we should thank our lucky stars. We should thank our lucky stars. So here we go. So Blaine spends $990 a month on rent and electricity. Food and groceries, he must be a big guy. Food and groceries, $525 a month. That's a lot of money for food and groceries. Gas, oh now here's a kicker. Gas and insurance, $320. Now you probably have to get gas every 7 to 10 days, something like that in your car. But car insurance you don't pay that every week or every day. They send you a bill like either 4 times a year, 3 times a year, twice a year, right, Meredith? They send you a bill, so you have to make sure that you have the money saved up so that when that insurance bill comes, that you have the money. So Blaine is being smart that he puts $320 for gas and insurance in his monthly, budget. Spending money, $235. Wow, that's like $60 a week he's spending just for the heck of it. What does he do, stop at like 7-Eleven and get a big Slurpee or something? I mean,
That's so cheap
my
though.
gosh.
It's still not worth for a coffee.
Excuse me, so he spends $60 a week on spending money. Cell phone and internet, $250. We don't pay $250. I don't know what we pay, but it's not $250.
Ours is cheap. Ours is like barely a
Yeah, that's $250 is kind of high.
I mean,
And now his gym membership, holy crow, why does he go to Planet Fitness for $10 a month? Gym membership is $180.
hey, maybe he's a bodybuilder. He eats all that meat. That's why his food is so high. And then he goes to the gym to get those abs. That's actually how it works.
Maybe you go to Gold's Gym. That ain't so expensive.
What does
Still
that
not
add up
enough
to?
for a
Take out
console.
your trusty little calculator. CJ,
Melissa's using
take out your trusty little calculator and add
TJ, that's not for a
$990
used one.
plus $525 plus $320 plus $235 plus $250 plus $180. What does that come out to be, Gabby, on your trusty little calculator?
2,000.
Pardon me? Lordy, lordy, lordy. Elvis, what'd you get? Oh, let's see, the calculator's not even open. Okay, Isabel, what'd you get? You don't have your calculator. Kendall, what'd you get? Pardon me? Oh, very good. Connor?
I've got the answer of how much he spent.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Or
know.
how much he saves is $2,100 a year.
No, how much does he spend? $995, $25, $320, $235?
I know.
That's all my
This,
calculator did. This is using.
Oh, my lord.
this one
Miguel,
see
what'd
over
you
here.
get? You don't know either. Miguel, what'd you get?
Oh my.
It's Rossi. Just pick up the
Killing it for you.
And I don't think so.
No. Oh,
Ella, what'd you
my.
get? 2,500.
I was about to steal the answer.
So, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, if he takes home 2,500 and he spends 2,500, what happens if his car blows a tire?
He don't got
Broke.
any money.
He's broke.
He's up the creek without a paddle, right? He's up the creek without a paddle. Excuse me, turning your letter. No, you're not. Quiet. Quiet. So, he has to rethink. He has to rethink. If he's taking in 2,500 and putting out 2,500, that's a wash. That's the, what, so part A says, what advice would you give Blaine concerning his budget? What advice would you give him? Raylan, you're gonna get an A++ for today.
Bro, chill. You don't need to eat that much. You are eating for yourself. Are you pregnant? I'm assuming not. Your name
He
is
would be
Blaine.
worth, if he was, he'd be worth a fortune.
Yes.
So what are you saying? He shouldn't eat so much?
Chill, bro. Like either buy less expensive groceries or
Did he go to Whole Foods?
Excuse me, Raylan's talking.
yeah, guys, I'm talking.
Hush.
Either buy less expensive groceries or don't eat that much. Like you probably are buying a bunch of like snacks. Like boy, chill. You just need like 3 meals.
Okay, what else though?
It's probably a gamer.
What else in his budget?
Well, I mean, how is
What?
like I know it's a cell phone and it's internet, but like your cell phone should not be that much.
Okay,
Like if you're only having like a phone for yourself, which I'm assuming, then like it's not gonna be at all that much unless your insurance is wilded. But
It's probably
or not his insurance, but his phone company.
yeah.
Unless his phone company is wilded, like you're not gonna pay that much for a phone bill.
So should he research his spending
Yes.
Okay, so what advice would you give Blaine concerning his budget? Research his spending. Claire? Yeah.
So when electricity actually costs
Well, yeah, because that's pretty cheap. Yeah, you like my son's rent just for the rent is $1,100. One bedroom apartment. Yes. Yes. As a matter of fact, if you can get a rent with electricity and bills, so that's the water bill probably also, and gas bill if you have gas, natural gas. It's usually a lot more expensive than this. In the city of Austin, this is you'd be doing pretty good if you got it for $9.90. It'd probably be more closer to $1,100. So $9.90. Maybe he doesn't live in Austin. Okay. So what advice would you give Blaine concerning his budget? Research his options. Research his options. Research his options. So Blaine, Emmanuel.
I used to live in a duplex that had two bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, and the rent was $900 in Austin.
That's good. That's a good buy. That's a good buy. Sometimes you catch something good. You take it. You say, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Take care of it. It's good. Okay, so obviously in part B, Blaine researched his options, and it said he found out that he can join a cheaper gym for $40 a month.
That's still expensive.
For real?
It is.
Bro, chill.
Excuse me. He could reduce his spending money to $200. So now he's gonna spend $50 a week instead of $60 a week.
Wow, such a
And
good
here we go.
dinner
And he can find a phone and internet package for $175. So if he saves this money, how much will these choices save him each month? So you're gonna add up 35 plus 75 plus 140.
250.
250. This is a month. He can save $250 a month if he gets off his backside and researches what he can do to cut his expenses. Okay? He can say, okay, I found a gym membership for 40 bucks. I found a cell phone and internet company for 175. I don't need to spend 60 a week. I'm not gonna, I'll cut it to 50 a week. That's a little bit better. Not much better. I can't imagine spending $6 a week. I'm spending money. I can't imagine. So now, if he saves his $250 a month, how much is he gonna save for the year? Luke, how much is he gonna save for the year?
Only like not a whole bunch of money.
Oh, not in my opinion. How much is he gonna save for the year, Alexis?
120.
Pardon me?
I don't know.
Jennifer?
I got you.